everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 28th of May 2022. Let's start. Global Collaboration Village is the new initiative of which organization? So the World Economic Forum during its Davos meeting has announced that it is building a global collaboration village as the virtual future of the public-private cooperation. So this initiative is being launched in collaboration with Accenture and the Microsoft. So World Economic Forum has launched this initiative for defining and building the metaverse, and it will bring together the key global stakeholders to address the critical global issues. Okay, so this is the initiative of World Economic Forum. Now let's see some of the important initiatives that were in news. Which grouping has launched a new initiative to boost the flows of digital foreign direct investments globally along with the World Economic Forum? So the Digital Cooperation Organization and the World Economic Forum have announced a new initiative to boost the flows of digital foreign direct investments globally. And under this initiative, the Digital Cooperation Organization and World Economic Forum will launch the Digital FDI enabling project in the countries around the world. Okay, so it focuses on digital economy initiatives that supports youth, startup entrepreneurs and women. And it has currently 9 member states with a combined GDP of almost $2 trillion. Okay. Technology Pioneers Community is an initiative of which institution? Answer is World Economic Forum. And recently, the World Economic Forum has declared that 100 new startups have joined this community, and among them 5 were from India. Which were these? Vahan, SmartCoin, Financial, Proyon, and the 4th is Pandocop, and the 5th one is Recycle. Okay. Which Union Ministry launched the Bharat Tap initiative? So it has been launched by Ministry of Housing and the Urban Affairs, and it was launched actually at the Plumbex exhibition which was held at New Delhi, and it was conducted under the aegis of Amrut 2.0 and the Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0, right? And the basic aim of this initiative is to provide the sanitary ware at a mass scale to enable a reduction in the water consumption at the source, and it is a kind of a step towards the water conservation. Okay, and also Nirmal Jal Prayas initiative was launched, and the aim of which was to save 500 crore liters of water annually. Okay. PRIME, which stands for Program for the Researchers for Innovation, Market Readiness and Entrepreneurship, is an initiative of which institution? So this is the initiative of Niti Aayog, and aim is to create strong indigenous manufacturing capabilities in all the critical sectors in our country. So don't forget what does each letter stands for in the acronym PRIME. Which bank initiated the Fincluvation Financial Inclusion Initiative? So recently it has been launched by Indian Post Payment Bank, and aim is to encourage the startups to develop the financial product. Which of the following countries recently signed the Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative? Answer is UK. and it covers various sectors, for example, trade, energy, maritime security, cyber threat, etc. And also UK has announced the Open General Export Licensing, which allows the India to avail licensing processes for UK's defense. Okay, and also to deepen its climate and the energy partnership, India has invited the UK to participate in the India's National Green Hydrogen Mission. Okay. Next question. What is the theme of the Swachh Sarvekshan 2023? So Union Government has launched the 8th edition of the Swachh Sarvekshan under the Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0. And it has been designed with the theme of waste to wealth as its driving philosophy. And this survey would also give priority to the principle of 3 R's, which are these: reduce, then second is recycle, and last is reuse. Okay, so these are the 3 R's. And in the Swachh Sarvekshan 2023, the evaluation will be conducted in total 4 phases instead of the 3 phases in the earlier edition. Okay, now let's see some of the important days and themes. Remove laws that harm, create laws that empower is the theme for which of the following international days? So this was the theme for the Zero Discrimination Day, which we celebrate on 1st of March. What is the theme of the 75th World Health Assembly 2022? So this year the theme was Health for Peace and Peace for Health. Okay, and it was celebrated from 22nd to 28th of May. Basically, World Health Assembly is the decision-making body of World Health Organization. Celebrate is the theme of which international day? So this was the theme for the World Turtle Day, which we celebrate on 23rd of May. What is the theme of the International Day for the Biological Diversity 2022? So this day is observed on 22nd of May every year, and this year theme was Building a Shared Future for All Life. What is the theme of the 2022 United Nations Chinese Language Day? So basically United Nations celebrate the Chinese Language Day on 20th of April, and this year theme was China Chick. Okay, don't forget that Spanish Language Day is celebrated by the United Nations on 23rd of April, and on the same day it also celebrates the English Language Day. Fine. Next question. Which country hosted the Brics Culture Ministers meeting in 2022? Keyword is Brics. So I have already told you, this year the president of Brics is China. So whatever events or conferences would be held under the Brics, it would be presided by China itself. So Meenakshi Lekhi, who is the Minister of State for Culture and External Affairs, participated in the 7th Brics Culture Ministers meeting, and it was hosted by the People's Republic of China through video conferencing with participation from the all BRIC member nation. So discussion was held under the theme Establishing a Cultural Partnership featuring Inclusiveness and Mutual Learning among the BRICS. So the ministers adopted the BRICS Action Plan 2022 to 2026 to strengthen the cultural cooperation. Okay, which countries comes under the BRICS? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. South Africa is the latest country to join this organization. Now let's see some of the important hosts and the conferences. Which ministry recently hosted a national conference on the Sustainable Development Goals localization? So this event was recently hosted by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. In collaboration with which country's research body, the DRDO hosted a bilateral workshop on the quantum technologies. This country is Israel. Sprint 01 Bank Tech, which organization recently hosted this hackathon competition? So actually this event was hosted by International Financial Services Central Authority. Centers Authority, that is IFSCA. Which city is the host of the Plast India 2023, which is the 11th International Plastic Exhibition and the Conference? So the event took place in New Delhi. Which country hosted the International Conference on Disaster Resilient Infrastructure? So this was hosted by our country, India. Which country is the host of second Indian Nordic Summit held in 2022? So this summit took place in Denmark. Okay. Next question. Tedros Adhanom has been re-elected as the head of which institution? Very easy question. So the member states of the World Health Organization have re-elected Tedros Adhanom for a second 5-year term as a Director General of this agency. And his re-election was confirmed during the 75th World Health Assembly in Geneva. Basically, a Director General can be reappointed once in accordance with the World Health Assembly rules and the procedures. Okay. So this is the second term of Tedros Adhanom. Let's see some of the important appointments. Which of the following countries has launched a deep fake candidate for presidential election? This country is South Korea. And Yoon Suk Yeol's campaign team has deployed Al-Yoon as a digital character similar to Yoon. Okay. Anthony Albanese has won the presidential elections of which country? So recently, Anthony Albanese has become the new president of Australia. Who has been announced as the Chief Election Commissioner after Sushil Chandra? So now Sushil Chandra has been replaced with Mr. Rajiv Kumar as the Chief Election Commissioner. Kathleen Novak was elected recently as the first female and the youngest president of which country? So now onwards, Kathleen Novak is the youngest president of the country, Hungary. Which country has been elected as the new chair of the Association of Asian Election Authorities for 2022 to 2024? So for this purpose, India has been elected as a new chair of this authority for a time period of 2022 to 2024. Next question. Which Indian state has joined the global network of advanced manufacturing hubs of World Economic Forum? So Andhra Pradesh has joined the global network of advanced manufacturing hubs of the World Economic Forum. Basically, on the sidelines of annual Davos meeting of World Economic Forum, the state government and the World Economic Forum exchanged the platform partnership on shaping the future of advanced manufacturing and the value chains. So Andhra Pradesh is the very first state selected of shaping the future of mobility and moving India initiatives. Okay. Now let's see some of the important states that were in news. Which is the first Gulf state to record a case of monkeypox? So the UAE has become the first Gulf state to record a case of monkeypox, and Czech Republic and Slovenia also reported their first cases recently. So 18 other countries have detected the virus outside its usual African base, and outbreaks of the virus have been found in Europe, Australia and America. And the symptoms often include fever and the rashes, but the infection is usually mild as per the health expert. Okay. And as per the World Health Organization, the virus can be contained with the right response in the countries outside of Africa. And in the previous lecture, we have seen that Belgium is the first country to mandate 21 days quarantine for the monkeypox patients. Which of the following states has launched a chatbot Maya to enable the tourist to get information and updates on the tourism ecosystem? So this state is the Kerala. KBIC chairman Vinay Kumar Saxena has been appointed as the Lieutenant Governor of which state or the Union Territory? So now onwards, Mr. Vinay Kumar Saxena is the new Lieutenant Governor of New Delhi. Which of the following states or Union Territories government has started a program called Mana Basti, Mana Badi to strengthen the government school? This program is from Telangana. Which state has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited for renewable energy? This is Uttarakhand. And don't forget that recently Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced the excise duty cut of 8 rupees per litre on petrol and 6 rupees per litre on diesel, and a subsidy of 200 rupees on the LPG cylinders under the Ujjwala Yojana. Fine. Next question. The new restrictions on the sugar export is effective from which date? So India has imposed the restrictions on the sugar export after curbing the wheat export, and this new restriction will come into effect from 1st of June 2022. So this move is primarily aimed at increasing the availability of the commodity in the domestic market and to control the price rise, because obviously after an unprecedented rise in inflation, which is fueled by the geopolitical tension, means Russia-Ukraine war, India has been taking several measures to facilitate the lowering of the prices of commodities in the domestic market, right? Now coming to the question slide, what is the time frame provided to satisfy the export obligation under the new export promotion capital goods norms? So now this new time limit is 6 months. What were India's annual goods export in financial year 2022? So for financial year 2022, our annual good export was $417.8 billion. India ranks at which place worldwide for production in terms of volume of the pharma export? Answer is third. What is the total export of the finished steel from India in financial year 2022? So answer is 13.5 million tons. Which institution released the draft guidelines for settlement of the payments for export or import through the e-commerce? Answer is Reserve Bank of India. Which country is the world's largest producer and exporter of palm oil? So the world's largest producer and exporter of palm oil is the Indonesia. Fine. Next question. What is the rank of India in the World Economic Forum Travel and Tourism Development Index in 2022? So the World Economic Forum's latest study released the Travel and Tourism Development Index, which addressed as many as 117 countries. So India was placed at 54th spot in the overall ranking, and it is down from 46th in the year 2019. So as per this study, after 2 years of slowdown caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, India's travel and tourism sector has shown signs of recovery, and it is now the top performer in whole South Asia. Okay. Now let's see some of the important rankings and indices. Which Indian institution featured in the top 50 list of the latest FT Executive Education rankings for 2022 for the Open program? So this institution from India is IIT Ahmedabad. What is the India's current global ranking for the Forex reserve? Currently we are at 5th in terms of Forex reserve. Which bank is the most new addition to the S&P Global Market Rankings top 50 banks in the Asia Pacific? This bank is ICICI. What is the rank of India in the RSF 2022 World Press Freedom Index? In this, India's rank was 150 among total 180 countries. And which country was at the last? North Korea. And which were the top 3 countries? First was Norway, second was Denmark, and third was Sweden. India ranks at which place worldwide for production in terms of volume of pharma export? So I think this is a repeated question, and answer was third. Do remember that in terms of volume, we are at third in the pharma sector, while if we talk about the value, then we are at 14th in terms of the pharma export product. Which university has been ranked at first among all the public universities in India by the Times Higher Education The Impact Rankings 2022? This is Calcutta University, and the first among this ranking was Western Sydney University from Australia. Okay. Next question. Karna Nandi and Khurram Parvez, who were in the news recently, are associated with which honor? So Supreme Court lawyer Karna Nandi, business person Gautam Adani, and Kashmiri human rights activist Khurram Parvez are the 3 Indians to have been named among the world's 100 most influential people of 2022 by the Time magazine. And Karna Nandi is fighting to bring marital rape under the ambit of India's rape law, while Khurram Parvez has been fighting for the human rights of the Kashmiris as the head of the Asian Federation against the involuntary disappearances. Okay. So they have been honored in the Times 100 Most Influential People of 2022. Now let's see some of the important awards. Another Shankar Smarak Samman is an award conferred for the literary works of which language? So this is given in the field of Bengali language, and it was in news because recently a Bengali folk culture researcher, Ratna Rashid Banerjee, returned the award as a mark of protest against the Academy's decision to confer a special award to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's book Kavita Bitang. Okay, who was recently awarded the EY Entrepreneur of the Year 2021 at the 23rd EY Entrepreneur of the Year India Award. This is Falguni Nair from NICA. Name the Indian economist and the political analyst who has been chosen for the Malcolm Adisashiya Award 2022. This is Mr. Prabhat Patnaik. Which bank's application won the Outstanding Digital CX SME Payments category at the Digital CX Award 2022? Answer would be IndusInd Bank. Roman Ronald Book Prize is awarded to the best translation of which language book into Indian language or in English? So this is awarded to the best translation of French language. Can you tell me who has recently received this award? Please name him or her in the comment section. Cynthia Rosenzweig, who was seen in the news recently, is the recipient of which prestigious award? So recently he has been awarded with World Food Prize. Okay. Next question. Indian Navy participates in exercise Bongo Sagar along with the which country's Navy? So the third edition of Indian Navy, Bangladesh Navy bilateral exercise called Bongo Sagar commenced at the port Mongla in the country of Bangladesh. So the harbour phase of the exercise will be followed by a sea phase in the Bay of Bengal, and this exercise is aimed at developing joint operational skills through the conduct of a wide range of maritime exercises and operations between the two navies. Okay, so correct answer would be Bangladesh. And few days back also we have conducted the Corpat exercise with Bangladesh. Now let's see some of the important exercises. Kripan Shakti integrated firepower exercise was held in which state? So this took place in West Bengal. Khanjar is a joint special forces exercise held between India and which country? So Khanjar is the exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan. Varuna is the bilateral naval exercise between India and which other country? Varuna is the exercise between India and France. Which is the venue of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium Maiden Maritime Exercise 2022? Answer would be Goa. In March 2022, which edition of the SLINEX bilateral naval exercise between India and Sri Lanka took place? So this was the 9th edition of SLINEX, and usually you can be asked that SLINEX is the exercise between which two countries? Do remember Sri Lanka and India. Now coming to the last question. International Conference on New Technologies and Innovations in the Rural Roads was organized in which city? So Union Minister for Rural Development, Panchayati Raj, Mr. Giriraj Singh inaugurated the 3-day International Conference on the New Technologies and Innovation in Rural Roads. So during this inaugural session, documents including the New Technology Vision 2022 were released, and under this, the Ministry of Rural Development seeks at least half of the length of the rural roads that are to be constructed using the new technologies and the alternative material. Okay, so this conference took place in New Delhi. Fine. Now coming to the question slide, which is the first major metropolitan city in India to prepare a detailed register of biodiversity? So recently Kolkata became the first major metropolitan city in India to prepare a detailed register of biodiversity, and the People's Biodiversity Register includes 399 plants and 283 animal species. And also Chandigarh and Indore have also prepared a similar document. Which city launched the artificial intelligence-based intelligent solutions for the road safety through technology and the engineering, that is iRaste project? So this has been launched at Nagpur, and it will identify potential accident causing scenarios while driving a vehicle and alert drivers with the help of Advanced Driver Assistance System. And this project is undertaken by the iHub Foundation. Which city is the host of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Trade Ministers Meeting in 2022? Answer is Bangkok. India's first Wargame Research and the Development Center is announced to be set up in which city? It is to be set up in New Delhi. India-UAE Startup Bridge was recently launched in which Indian city? Answer would be Mumbai. Fine. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today. And we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.